So, same situation as last night. You got law enforcement over by the Shell station by O'Donoghue's. And he's sitting over there. He's got lights on, so you can kind of see he's sitting there. Had shit, where'd it go? Oh, right there. All right, so I had a interesting audit at the Taste of Maine. 2 SAG sheriffs had pulled over a gold Crown Vic with a bad muffler, speeding, and he couldn't produce a license. So they made him park in the corner of Taste of Maine and allowed him to leave the vehicle there. And he called for a ride, and a friend came and gave him a ride. He was not ticketed. And I got a junior sheriff sticker from the Hunter, SAG sheriff. Had interviews with him before. When I was driving the Camaro, I did a traffic stop right by New Meadows at 11 o'clock at night. So pretty funny. I did a fail to go live at one on Center and Middle Street, right under the viaduct. I parked in the parking lot and got out and walked around. And as soon as I made it around the corner, one of them's like, "Hey, it's Bryce." And that was pretty entertaining. And they'd called for backup. So I thought it was going to be game on. And they quickly ended the stop and gave the person back their license. And the first thing they said, "What the heck is going on? Who's this guy?" Yeah, that was pretty fun. But yeah, I failed to record. I've had those a couple times. So meanwhile, I went across the street and parked over by the post office and waited for the next one. They've been doing rapid fire stops for going on an hour, about a stop every 5 minutes. So I simply waited, and then they stopped the guy at Taste of Maine, speeding, loud muffler, and lo and behold, he couldn't produce a license. So they were super cool. My camera stand blew over. There's a lot of wind there, and I broke the upright mount, and it left me with the side mount, and I rotated that up and was able to use that, but it stopped the live stream. So the live stream's in 2 parts. And he came and drove up right behind me and gave me the junior sheriff sticker. I should have asked for 2 of them. I can adorn my Jeep with the sheriff sticker. I filmed him at least 3 times, to my knowledge, and he's been perfectly fine. And I was doing my whole spiel. I protest police. I invoke all of my rights. I opened my coat and showed them that I'm unarmed, and they appreciated that. And I was like, Bath Cop Watch, because I was using the Bath page. You can go on there. Those videos are up if you want to check it out. What do we got live? We got Trey Brilliant. And just one live in Brunswick. It is getting on towards the witching hour. If anything happened on Main Street, I imagine this guy would go and back up. Typically, they have a second unit up the road here, hiding at Bodwell's, tucked in with the cars, pretty hard to see. Was told that they had one up there last night that I didn't notice. Anyway, highly respect the SAG sheriffs. I've been listening to them on the digital scanner for almost 2 years now. And I haven't noticed any traffic stops where I thought they were violating people's rights. I heard the Darren Callahan stop in Topsom and knew that Mathis woman was violating his rights. There might be something going on. Nope. Thanks for watching, Shane. Shane Merrill's also come to an audit before. Yeah, not much going on. I just wanted to show off my sticker. You know, I was giddy like a little kid. You know, he gave me something, but he wouldn't identify. He's like, you know who I am. I was like, oh, okay. But, you know, if you identify, then I'm going to ask how many years of service and ask you to shine one on for your department. Nickerson was one of the ones that did that at the foggy traffic stop for Connor Coonhart, the first one. I heard Connor's name multiple times on the scanner in 2023 before that stop, where they were staying at the shelter and working on the car. And I tried to interview him like 6 times. And then sure enough, there was a traffic stop. And when they said it was a black Chevy, I knew who it was. So, and Conningham was this passenger who they searched 3 times and put him in handcuffs and were Mirandizing him for no crime. And it was one of the first people I got out of handcuffs. All I said was, oh, I wonder what crime he committed. And they took the handcuffs off him because there was no crime there. The other guy had the drugs were around him. He's out at Topsom right now doing breathalyzer tests on the guy on the Sag Bridge that failed sobriety tests after 20 minutes. So they were on the fence about him. But they towed his vehicle now, so more than likely he failed sobriety tests. So I would think they did a pretty good job. It was right in the middle of the bridge. And if it was summertime, I would have had the e-scooter with me, and I could have rode up there and observed them, but I was unable to get to that without putting somebody in danger. right, guys. I'm going to take a ride. If anything pops up, I'll go live again.